Oh, kia ora, kia ora, kia ora. It is Friday. We've made it back. And Bevan's in the house. Finance Fridays. How's it going, Bevan?
Kia ora, kia ora. Good.
We made it. I've been a little bit ill this week. I haven't had the opportunity to tell you, so I've been off and on at mahi. You've been very busy. We haven't really got to enjoy the Massey vibe this week, have we?
Yeah, no, it's been a little bit hit and miss, just in and out as in between the chaos of our other schedules.
Yeah, that's right. My other schedule was laying in my bed trying not to feel ill, testing every day for if it's COVID or not.
Gotcha. I think there's a bit of that going around still at the moment.
There is. So I'm just being particularly safe. Yep. Mostly.
Yep.
But you've been on missions. You went out to the Hawke's Bay. The roads are better.
Roads mostly fixed over that way.
Mostly
in terms
fixed.
Of the potholes, because it was so choppy, so like you couldn't really hang too far left because you'd always just be like, oh shit, there's a pothole, boom.
Yeah, just always hitting potholes, Yeah. I mean, it's no different for the Manawatu. That's pretty normal around here. But post floods, it's good to hear that they're doing some good stuff over there and getting their roads good at least. I was telling you just before that there's a bridge up in Pahongana that's still out.
Yeah, that's right. Just down the road from me, You have to go all the way up to Uppity to
cut back across.
Yeah.
I mean, nice bridge.
Yeah, it has been a bit quiet with the motorbike traffic, Like last summer, there was just
none.
It was almost like it was like cemetery circuit every weekend. There'd just be like film motorbikes flying past. But now it's
They all have to pop saddle, mate.
Yeah,
they all have to pop saddle. They can't do. Yeah, they're not doing the scenic route through there.
Maybe out Vinegar Hill too. They might be going looping around that way too, or something.
True. Yeah, or straight up Cambolden Road, out freaking what is it, Cheltenham ways?
Chelties,
yeah. I know this region. Yeah. Have you got any pressing finance news for us this week?
It's been. Following the usual, the Bitcoin is ripping away.
It's having a good time, isn't it?
All-time highs, it's smashed over that. But there's some interesting sort of legal finance news coming out of the States this week. Elon Musk is suing OpenAI.
Is it for that general AI stuff, is it? Or
it's about that, yeah. Essentially he's trying to... they basically think it's like a nuisance lawsuit, like it's not really going anywhere.
He just wants to be a nuisance, and he has enough expendable cash that blowing it away on a lawsuit doesn't matter to him.
And like you can see.
Meanwhile, children are starving. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever, Elon. Yeah, his law firms are like.
He probably owns the law firm, let's be honest.
And they're like, what can we get, what sort of frivolous lawsuits can we launch on behalf of our egotistical customer that likes to have his way with things? But
literally,
Yes.
And I mean, it would just be just anything that they can kind of get get it to court on. They know they might not win it there, but at least they're being annoying in the meantime, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly right. Being a thorn in everyone's shoe. Yeah,
pests.
Yeah, essentially he's trying to force OpenAI to publicly disclose all of their source code and also to commit to never essentially creating a for-profit version of OpenAI.
Never doing it.
So it sounds like...
I mean, it's too late. Haven't they already done that with like their versions of GPT?
It's more the Microsoft partnership?
Yeah, that's right. We chatted about this last week, and that's a massive part of it, isn't it? It's the fact that they...
Microsoft providing a lot of the resources and all that sort of thing. But yeah, essentially like, on the surface of it, like you look at it, he's like, he's just being... careful about the future of AI. He's being prudent, and he's trying to make it open source. But then you look a little bit deeper into the situation, and Elon Musk himself runs many, or at least he owns at least one like XAI that is a for-profit AI company. Like,
exactly.
You just have to dig a little. Yeah.
You just got to see how this guy is going to make money from doing this. You
Yeah,
know?
the glaring hypocrisies like quickly sort of become evident when you sort of look into it a little bit more. And also, like some of the co-founders of OpenAI sort of came out and basically like, Elon's just like hurt that he's not involved in the company anymore, and he's just like, he's just like packing a big sad. Like
you can imagine, like that guy does base way too many of his decisions on how he's feeling at the time. He does have it's real obvious that it's like he has like the emotional temperament of a freaking toddler, and he throws his toys when he feels like throwing them, doesn't he?
Exactly.
Hope he's not listening. Because I could be another toy he'll throw away.
Exactly. Like lawsuit slapped on Finance Fridays for defaming Elon Musk.
I would take that. Head on. And I'll be like
a badge of honor.
Yeah. I'll be like, my man, we did it, Bev. We did it.
The big league.
Always super interesting when that kind of stuff's happening, especially because the premise of OpenAI was that it was going to be OpenAI.
Yeah.
It was going to be open source AI. And we talked about how Microsoft kind of weaseled their way in there, and now they own... Well, they don't own anything within the company, but they...
have a lot of influence,
Influence, and... Like, they... Like, it's not direct... It's not directly them, but, like, a lot of what the infrastructure and stuff that they're using within the company is built by Microsoft.
Yeah, the huge amount of resources needed to train such models, like the large
even
language
servers and
using Microsoft's equipment and stuff. But it sort of came out sort of more of like the hypocrisy of it all. Like with the founders actually like shared emails from Elon Musk, and he was actually a big proponent of creating a for-profit part of OpenAI when he was part of it as sort of a vehicle to grow the project into the future. Like they needed resources essentially to keep going for the mission.
That's what he says it was. Like, you know, it was always just going to go back into his back pocket eventually. Wasn't
he wanted to like roll it into Tesla somehow, that Tesla was going to be like the cash cow part of OpenAI. Anyway, it sounds like they basically just had like a bit of a personal disagreement, which isn't really too hard to imagine. But and now, he's throwing this basically frivolous lawsuit. And the real funny part of it too is like he filed this lawsuit in California because we talked about on the show, must have been a few weeks ago, a month ago, about his lawsuit in Delaware that didn't go very well for him. With Tesla, and he was like, "Oh right, I'm moving Tesla to Texas."
It's more stringent laws in Texas as well as what we were talking about. Like
less commercial friendly.
Delaware is where everyone incorporates.
And so instead of choosing to use the Delaware court system that's like specifically set up to resolve corporate disputes, contract law and stuff like that, he's gone to California just because he's got this thing against the judges in that there, obviously. But a bunch of like law professors have sort of written about it on their blogs and stuff, and I just said there's no standing. It doesn't have, like, he's sort of claiming that there was some founding agreement between him and the founders, but there's actually no contract.
Yeah, and if it's not written down and it's not, and if you can't produce it, Elon, it doesn't exist. Because the other people aren't going to pull it out if they have it.
Exactly, to back him up, Yeah. It's like, he used like the certificate of incorporation and a bunch of like emails with a lot of stuff redacted and that, and he claimed that like all of that together was somehow the founding agreement.
I mean, what he's done is he's thrown together a flimsy paper trail and said, we signed on this. Not once is there a signature. It's all communication between himself and himself. Oh, no, that's interesting. I mean, these guys always just have to, like I said earlier, they just have to have a reason to throw their toys out their cot. I think they're just bored. They're just bored. They have way too much money. They're like, I have to get angry about something.
Yeah, they've got like a creative legal team that's like, let's use our powers of creativity.
Literally, like that.
To find like some sort of case that we can charge him hourly fees for.
Literally.
Like, and they're like...
And he's like, yes, you're right, my legal team, you're right.
Yeah.
The lawyers around that legal team going, we have nothing to stand on, but this guy's paying us. This is sick. We're absolutely killing it. Like, we're going to get to court and we're going to charge him 1,000 hours at $2.5 million an hour.
That's
so at the end of the day, we've found out that the lawyers win.
Yeah, in America, the lawyers win.
America. And more local news, a couple of interesting things happened to Mr. Seymour this week, didn't they?
Yeah, everyone's worsty.
Yep. He kicked it off this week by almost crashing into a car on his own e-bike. So it was his own fault. He did admit this. The best part was the English bloke that just walked over and started filming him and was like...
Laying into him,
laying into him, like, that's what you get for stealing from the indigenous people in a thick British accent. That made me so happy.
I didn't actually hear. I read about it and I was just like...
no, I never heard it either. It's just like, that's how David Seymour explained it. Like, dude with a thick British accent was like freaking giving me a hard time.
An electron colonialism.
I'm like, bro, isn't that telling you something, my man? If like literal, like, you know, first generation English people have immigrated here and then they're like, stuff this guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's saying something.
Absolutely crazy. And then yesterday at your high school, you're an alumni.
So proud.
You're an alumni of Freyberg.
Oh, so proud.
So many of my mates that went to Freyberg were reposting it, which was absolutely choice. The Kapa Hakaropu got together, got a few friends, and they thought they'd go confront the man himself.
Yep. They did. I see it on camera too. There was a lot.
So good.
There was a lot of emotion there. And he was trying to be all stoic and, you know, just stand there, but deep down he's like, oh, this could go pretty bad.
It could have gone bad. It could have gone bad. And I think it's just a symptom of our youth, like actually being like, hey man, like you're doing the wrong thing, right? And like I'm really stoked that Freyberg allowed for those kids to actually have that protest. I did see teachers were like kind of holding them back a bit, but that's sensible because they could have gone off handle. Like I can imagine myself as a 15, 16-year-old kid. I was much like Elon Musk is today. I would throw my toys out the cot if I seen someone like that, like you know. And I probably would have tried to punch on with the bike. So I actually seen in one of the videos there's like a bloke in the background full squaring him up. Like come on. I'm like,
and you can see David
was just jumping in his car like I'm out of here, mate.
Driver, let's go. Yeah. Oh,
what do you take from that? What do you think about that?
Oh, I think it's a positive thing. You've seen like the women's hurricanes too.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah. They were using their sort of their platform essentially to speak to those who have sort of been deplatformed in a way by the new, and silenced essentially by the new government. And so I think schools should essentially just be sort of proud of their students for having that sort of leadership.
Why is David Seymour at Freyberg? Out of all schools in Te Papaioia, he could have gone to Boys High and got given a key to the school or something. Like they would have made him an honorary old boy or something. He goes to Freyberg. Blah, I'm a Māori. Bring it on, Brazil. Straight up, it was like kind of the first thing I thought was like, bro, you went to Freyberg? You go Freyberg or Awataka, you're getting attacked, bro.
Could have gone for Boys High, as you say.
It would have just been like, they would have been like, oh, here's a key to the school. Here's an old boy's, welcome. This is the honourable.
The honourable.
Oh, what? They're crazy, eh?
Yeah.
But I thought that was so choice. Actually had a video that was on one of the stories of one of the artists that we play here, Car Crash Emmy.
Oh, yeah.
So she was in that crowd filming David from the Kapahaka side, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, the first one I saw was just like from behind, sort of like must have. Yeah, I think
Bro, that's David Seymour, and then they run outside.
Yeah, that's right. It's David Seymour.
Yeah. Which was a good angle because you kind of got to see what David was seeing, which was a lot of angry children.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, tell me they get angry at you, bro.
Yeah, and fair enough too.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
But cool.
It's good to see them also on, like, there's a bit of a streak going that they've got with the e-bikes and the scooters too. Like, after
yeah. If you're a right winger, you're going to crash your e-bike.
Yeah. It's like that the technology versus the anti-technology mindset. and trying to maybe show off a little bit too.
That's
like Nicola Willis's case.
She fell over, she got smoked, eh? Luxon bought an e-car with the subsidy and then is taking the subsidy away.
Yeah.
Did he crash one? I want to see him crash one. I've seen him get bowled the F out by someone in some kind of video. I think it was at like the freaking at like the Hurricanes training or some training or something, and he got bowled by someone who's not a bowler, and I was like, you're weak, mate. Block it down, mate. Block it down. If you're a true Kiwi Prime Minister.
Yeah. Play the conservative shot.
Play the conservative shot, brother. He was trying to slog it. And I'm like, that looks like what's going to happen to your party, mate. Like, I don't know.
Much,
very interesting times, though, isn't it?
It is.
We've got a couple of years to go before we get to decide again. It was only last year, and I feel like it's been so long. It's like it is the season of the long black cloud, isn't it?
Yeah, we didn't talk about these types of things for a long time post the election.
I think we were very sad.
We were pretty vocal leading up to it,
and then when it all fell apart, we were like, we thought we had brung together the left. We thought we were marching in unison. Turns out it was just me and you in a room talking to each other.
All the Labour voters that were tuned into the show that didn't show up and vote. Oh,
jeez, come on. Or they vote. It was a heavy split for the left this time. I think we've talked about this a bit as well.
We did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and
but like next time around, it'll be more those kind of centre voters that weren't really too fussed, sort of in their ideology.
Voted for change or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll see the lack of change or the bad change. And they'll say, this isn't what we signed up for.
That's right.
And I don't think Kiwis are notoriously unpolitically loyal, so it's
like
after, our previous government that sort of, saved us from a certain COVID death. We chucked them out, so we're going to chuck National out. Just
I'm still alive. Get rid of them. Get rid of them.
Yeah.
I had no one die.
Yeah.
Oh, get rid of them. We survived. We have one of the best attrition rates in the world. Get rid of them.
Get rid of them. So it was obviously nothing to worry about.
Yeah. And no, but I have noticed now. So we talked about it just before. COVID's ripping through at the moment.
Yeah,
it's freaking absolutely everywhere. Have you heard a single government ad about it?
No. God knows if we had some other something a bit more deadly that sort of ripped through again, I don't think I'd be.
It's crazy, man. And also, I went to go get my partner went into the pharmacy next to Pack and Save the other day. $7 per test.
Oh wow!
We paid $35 for a box, mate.
Wow! They presumably would have axed any sort of like government sort of. That's expensive for me, let alone, and I don't have dependents, man. Imagine if I had children, or if I had like a mortgage, or if I had like any massive financial freaking liability. There's no wonder.
You're not going to get tested, mate. If you're having to pay $7 a freaking test, mate, you may as well. You can buy 2 boxes of Panadol for that much and cure yourself.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. So if you're like trying to, just scrape by to the cost of living, fuel, trying to gas your car up to like get anywhere, and then you got to pay $7 for a COVID test. People
Absolutely
aren't
mental.
Even gonna do it, eh?
I wouldn't. I did.
Yeah.
Because I care about the people. But if I was in a different situation and I couldn't afford that, I wouldn't. You know?
Yeah.
Just wouldn't. You'd just be like, stuff it, I'm going to work.
I'll just leave it up to the free market.
Yeah. Well, it's been a great chat again today, Bevan. Always fantastic. Here's our ditty.
Oh, yeah.
$7 COVID test. Thank you, National. You're awesome. Yeah. Chat.